Hey guys, how's it going? It's Empty Chest here, and today I wanted to talk about the problems with the PlayStation VR motion tracking. So I'm just going to explain what happened to me and how I fixed this problem. I know that there's a lot of information out there, but sometimes it seems like all the stuff that's on that list kind of didn't fix my problem when I had it. So I'll just explain step by step what happened to me. So when I got the PlayStation VR, I set it up, I did all the calibration that it was required. I had no issues the first day. I played for at least 5 or 6 hours in different light conditions and not a single problem. I went to bed, I woke up, I put the system back on, and every single game I played seemed to have the same tracking. I started with the VR Playroom, and then I jumped over to Job Simulator, and it seemed like my hands and the VR unit were tracking together, and I would move around, or my hands would disappear, or they would jump around, or I would jump around in the VR world, which would give me a little bit of motion sickness. It was frustrating, and it seemed like I went online and I went to PlayStation Network. They had a ton of information there about checking for properly calibrating it, actually going into the settings, changing things, make sure that your light in the room is dim and not shining. I went through and I followed the list exactly and still had the same problems. And then I started to go through my games, and I noticed that some games have different calibration tools at the beginning of each game. It seems like every game has some sort of a calibration, but some of them are different or more in depth than others. So I started playing with those, and I found out that Batman Arkham VR has the most in-depth calibration system. So I would have to recommend that anybody that has a PlayStation VR that's having these issues to try to run Batman Arkham VR and calibrate it. You can exit right out of that game and go to your other games, and it seems like everything works perfect. It seems to have 3 levels of calibration. It calibrates where your mask is, it calibrates where you are, and then it calibrates your room scale, like the distance you are from the unit. So it really gets you into the sweet spot, and it shows you on the camera, so you can actually adjust your camera at the right angle. And if you've got that all dialed in perfect, I've noticed that almost every single game works 100% after you do the calibration on the Batman Arkham VR. So I don't know if this is going to work for everybody. This works for me, and since I've been playing, I've calibrated with Batman Arkham VR every single time I turn the unit on, and I haven't had a problem since. So I suggest, if you're really frustrated with the unit and there's no answers out there, to give this a try. If you haven't bought Batman Arkham VR yet, I suggest doing that. It's a great game. I'll leave a link down below for my review. It's definitely something that I think will work for most people. It worked for me. Good luck. I hope it works for everybody, because this PlayStation VR is the next step. This is important for video games, I think, and giving up on something so important for PlayStation would suck, because I think this is amazing. And I know that anybody that's actually got into the VR world and been able to use the product properly is going to agree with me that it's great. It's the next step, and I hope this works for you. Anyways, guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know if this worked for you, if you guys found other solutions to fix this problem. But until next time, guys, take her easy.